Hey there, chart friends. Lamont here from JKS, checking in on the solar video, that wind ticker, and the clean energy ETF. I could probably just say clean energy, I guess. Anyways, okay, so 10, our ETF. Somebody asked me about a Head and Shoulders look to it. It does. It's certain, I see it, right? You have this top here. Oh, it's gonna bring up back all the drawings. You see this top here, you see this top here, and if we were to come and set this a lower high under 125.98, yeah, the structure is there, but with the patterns and stuff, you don't really want to. You don't really want to. So, for example, like a trader should always have an if-then mindset when it comes to their decision making, right? If this happens, then I want to do this. But you should not apply this kind of mindset to your analysis. You don't want to say, if this is a Head and Shoulders, then it is bearish, right? We don't know that. Like it can fake you out, right? So it's definitely something you want to include as part of your like trading narrative, so to speak. But you don't want to like see it and think, okay, well, that for sure is bearish. I'm gonna be bearish now, and then see how it shakes out. No. Okay, so for example, if you did think this was a Head and Shoulder, that's fine. That's a totally fine thing to think. Then you just want to be top fishing here, right? Because a lot of people will think, okay, if this is a Head and Shoulders, I'm gonna play that break, and that break can fake you out, right? Because yeah, this looks like potential for a Head and Shoulders, but it's also just kind of sideways, right? It's also just kind of sideways range, and this left shoulder is so close to this head too. So it makes me a little skeptical of the Head and Shoulders perspective on TAN, our ETF TAN. And you can see this volume distribution is starting to get like it's starting to look more standard. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if we just continue to go sideways for a bit. Okay, so does it look like a Head and Shoulders? Sure. And you can even say it looks like a bit of a double Head and Shoulders, right? You have this shoulder here, and then a left head and a right head. So Siamese twin Head and Shoulders. I guess Siamese twins don't have to be just at the head. A very specific Siamese twin Head and Shoulders pattern. Okay. Yeah, so that being said, what are we looking out for here? We are seeing some daily bounce follow through, so the hourly trend is probably bearish. We're looking for a daily lower high. Anything under 125.98 will be one. And if we can get hourly overbought conditions up here, I wouldn't fault you. We're looking for a short up there, but I with these names and the news narrative, there's more things that can go right than wrong for these clean energy names, right? That's kind of where the winds, so to speak, are shifting towards. Okay, so just be mindful of that. If you are short, whatever, if your edge is shorting, cool, whatever. But just know that the context of these names, the fundamental context is not terribly advantageous for a short, in my opinion. But we are very extended. But being extended is not enough to look for a short. Things can stay irrational for much longer than you can stay solvent, right? It's like a classic adage. Okay, well, that's enough ranting. Okay, so let's check it out. We looking like this daily higher low is being set here. This double bottom higher low. It is a higher low actually. 688. Yes. Oh, it's not. It's actually a little lower low with a little bit of a. It's a little bear break with no follow through. Definitely a good look for the bulls. And so hourly trend is very likely bullish. Okay, so again with the extended hour zone, we didn't get that hourly trend change yet. This is just a big old move up. I'm sure it is with extended hours. No, not really. Wow, that's kind of cool. Okay, so not really, no hourly trend change yet, and this is just a bounce straight from the lows. So tomorrow, ideally, the bulls will pull back, set a higher low over 106.91, break the higher highs over 116.15 to see some more daily bounce follow through, and have bears looking for that daily lower high under 125.98. Again, be mindful that we're in the range, so it might not be a lower high. It could very easily just be like a double top. It can be a little break, a little follow through. It could even break out. I don't know. But if we were to break out from here, that would not be excellent location because we're coming right off the low. Okay, so ideally the bulls will set a lower high and then a higher low and then see some bounce continuation. Okay, so actually the hourly would get overbought right into here. So oops. So maybe you want to get a little bit more aggressive. Like I don't know. And this will change tomorrow depending on the overnight action, but again, rough idea, hourly overbought into these resistance up here is a decent short. Alternatively, if you're a bull, you're looking long, you're probably looking to get in like maybe here. Right? It's where this gap is, and it's where this gap is, and you can see a bunch of lows have been put in here. Now these lows are kind of interesting because like this one, and this one because they open up at the level that we're interested in, this 110-ish level, and it's regular trading hours, right? Where it opened, bears tried to take it to new lows and they couldn't each time. And then when they did actually get here on very good volume, we rallied right back up. Bulls rallied right back up, I should say. And then, you know, it happens here again, right? We touch this level, nice wicks. Okay, so Bulls playing very strong defense off of 106. So if we're looking for a higher low tomorrow, ideally we'll get 5-minute oversold conditions, which is likely to be you know, this is going to change depending on where we open, and so I still prefer it over here, honestly. But that being said, if you want to be aggressive and look over here, I wouldn't fault you. But just make sure that that's 5-minute oversold. Okay, so look for that potential hourly higher low at the 113 level or the 110 level. That's where I would be interested, at least. I rather like this 113 level actually. So this is a situation where, you know, because I know we might not get this deep, I would just play every 5-minute oversold bounce. I would be comfortable playing the 5-minute oversold bounce at every single meaningful level. So I mark off my levels first, this 113 level, the next level that I would be looking for that play, probably 110. Actually, this was a big move down, honestly. Maybe. Yeah, I think I stick with this one. Yeah, so play this bounce first, and then if it doesn't stick and you have a chop and stop situation, look down here. Look a little bit lower. Right? Okay. JKS. So did not quite get to our short zone of interest. Daily higher low is looking like it has been set here at 60.62. In order for the bulls to be confident that that daily low has been set, we need to see an hourly trend change, and really we haven't yet to do so. So this hourly higher low is looking set though, however, here at 64.03. So ideally bulls can defend this low tomorrow of 64.03 and break the higher highs over 65.75 in order to see some more daily bounce follow through and have bears scouting for a daily lower high under 76.53. And JKS is in this huge range, just chopping around sideways. So as long as we are going sideways, again, just play the range. You know, like the hourly higher low play is there, but I would prefer to be playing the range, like playing, you know, these levels here in hourly oversold conditions. That's all I care about for the most part. Trading in the middle of a range is very hard. It's a lot trickier. Run looks like a potential daily bear flag here. The bulls are unable to get back over this resistance level 74.14. But they are still maintaining this big old channel. This channel on the daily, it has many hits. 1, 2. Oh, that's weird. I thought it was a different one. I thought I had more than that. But 3 confirmations, so the trend line is definitely valid in my opinion. And they are still playing defense off of this high here at 68. 67.95. Just not a lot. Just, you know, it's not a lot. There's just no. They're not playing any offense yet. Okay, let's see. That being said, you do get these bear breaks with a little follow through, right? You have this low set here. Bull show up to play defense, got a little bear break, no follow through, bear break, no follow through, and now we're getting a little bit of lift off of it. So if the bulls can show up tomorrow, defend this low of 68.20, break to higher highs over. Actually, technically, they've already changed the hourly trend. It's just not very convincing. So ideally, bulls will show up tomorrow, defend this low of 68.20, break to higher highs over 73.25 to make some more space. They want to just see some more space. And if we were to break back above that level and come back and back test these highs, I think that's a good place for a bounce. Okay, so something like that. Rough idea. Okay. Really the only trade that I like, honestly. I mean, you can be bottom fishing more. You can continue to bottom fish off of these lows and into this channel support. And because you're looking for these hourly pivots, ideally you just have 5-minute oversold conditions. Down there, that's pretty much it for Sunrun. And if the bulls are able to put together some daily bounce follow through, then we will be looking for a lower high under 89.51. Okay, FSLR also potentially losing this channel. So I wonder if potentially these guys are leading. I wonder. Maybe they're the weak ones are leading potentially. I wonder. So something to be mindful of, you know, if the more names that in the sector that start fading, the more likely it is that, you know, the sector is due for consolidation. So FSLR specifically, the Bulls have been playing defense off this level for a long time, and you know, we've been watching. I think we've had like 2 plays in this range already. And so we're just watching this range. We want to see what the deal is here, okay? Are we looking for a weekly higher low? We are looking for a weekly higher low, but it's so choppy. Like I just don't love it. Looking for let's see. You know, the monthly consolidation might you know, it might be time for some monthly let me check the DeMark. Nope. Oh, that's not the DeMark. What did I just do? What that's the yes. Okay, so there's the potential for this candle to print as a 9. It actually needs a close higher than 1, 2. We need a close higher than 98.92 to be a perfected 9. So ideally, if you're a bear, what you want to see is actually a big push up, and then a move back down to close above this candle to get this perfected 9, and then we would anticipate 1 to 4 bars of consolidation. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely a possibility. If we lose this low of 91.30, I'll mark it off. If we lose that low of 91.30, then that will be it's this low here. Then that will be the beginning of monthly consolidation. Okay, so Bulls really need to show up tomorrow and play some offense here. Otherwise, the potential of monthly consolidation is here. Checking the hourly trend. Hourly trend is just sideways, but because we came from, you know, some downside action, that's a point in favor to the Bears. Very weak bounce so far. Hourly 8 EMA acting as resistance. We are grinding this channel's prior support, now potentially resistance. Okay, so a few red flags. FSLR. That being said, if the Bulls can show up tomorrow and defend this low, or rather defend this low, I defend either low of 95.29 and break the higher highs over 189, they'll change that hourly trend, and we will again look to the top of this range at the 106 level. Okay? Not looking too good here. You can see, like, if you look in the past, right, when we came back down to test these levels, right, you see we don't spend much time here, and then Bulls just reacted, right? Bloop, bloop. Wow, that one was crazy. And so now that we're hanging out down here, not a good look. Not a good look. All right, so we're just watching this hourly EQ going into tomorrow. And how it breaks will dictate short-term momentum. It could probably tighten up for another day, honestly. But yeah, that's what we're watching out for. Bears can just punch it too, honestly. If the Bears show up tomorrow and defend this high of 189 and then break below 96.60, ideally taking out 95.29 in the same move, then they'll confirm that hourly downtrend and we'll go down to test this key level. 91.30 is the level to hold for monthly consolidation. Okay, NEE. God, I forgot about NEE. I was supposed to. I would never forget to manage my IRA. You know, I have that like long-term mindset to it, and I'm like, it'll be fine. But I could have added here, or I could have lowered my cost basis here. All right, whatever. Anyway, so if you're in this trade, we didn't quite get to target yet, and hopefully you've taken off some profit already because this is kind of odd, you know, to get you get a higher low and you get a higher low and higher high over this high here, and then string to consolidation. Bit of a red flag. But that being said, there is a lot of space on the hourly time frame. There is a lot of space on the hourly time frame to set a higher low over 81.55. So ideally, the Bulls will show up tomorrow and defend this low of 81.55, break the higher highs over 84.47, and then we will look for a little bit more daily bounce follow through and potentially, you know, put that all-time high resistance back into play. So tomorrow, looking for that hourly higher low. I think, you know, for me, let's see here. All right, so ideally I will get 5-minute oversold conditions. So let's just see where that would occur. We're probably in it right now. Yes, we're in it right now. So I should hold on 1 second here. Let me zoom into the hourly really quickly. Let me find that pivot right there. That's really where I'm most interested. Come back and back test these. We're sitting on this consolidation structure's highs right now. And we are 5-minute oversold. So this is a situation where I probably would have scaled in like that. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Okay. That's pretty much it for me, I think. And finally, ICLN. Okay, ICLN did not pull back into our zone of interest looking for the hourly higher low. This is the potential of a bull flag here, but actually, I take that back. It's not, I don't love this. This candle here, it shouldn't be there for a flag, and we're also not coming out of a base. The ideal flag comes out of the base. So let's see. All right, so hourly trend is it's not bullish yet. We have yet to pull back for a meaningful higher low, and so we are looking for the bulls to defend this low here tomorrow of 29.38 and break the higher highs over 31.07 to change the hourly trend and look for some more daily bounce follow through on ICLN. Did I just skip the daily? Oh goodness. Go ahead in the game. So this is the potential of a flag, right? These daily bear breaks are not seeing much follow through. We have a little bit of downward slope. We have this big move up to make for the pull. It probably looks better on the weekly time frame. Yes, it does. And you can see the weekly 8 EMA is coming up now, potentially offering support like it has here, here, here. Okay. So yeah, bull's looking pretty good for that potential weekly bull flag. But the bears need to come. I mean, the bulls need to show up soon to defend and see some more bounce follow through. So the hourly time frame is no. So we got to pull back for a higher low, break the higher highs over 31.07. Oh, that's right. To look for that daily higher lower high under 33.57. So if we were to pull back more tomorrow, bear breaks a little fall through again. Oh, that's interesting. We have this 5-minute TD support right where the 5-minute would get oversold onto a prior day's close. Yeah, I like that. If we can come down here, I think that'd be a reasonable place. And that's the bottom fishing level for like these daily. No, that was yesterday's. Oh, that was yesterday's level. So okay, great. So if you made this play, right, because our zone of interest, I don't know why I trade all the way over here, but our zone of interest was roughly 30.45. 30.45, 30.46, and so today it opened up right on there, I believe. Yes, opened up, well, no, I'm sorry, it opened up here and then ran right to our zone of interest and gave a little bit of bounce. That's nice, a little day trade or whatever. But ideally tomorrow we'll pull back, set a higher low, break the higher highs, and then we'll be looking for that daily lower high. That's it. What is this thing? Oh, I remember. Oh, it got a daily trend change. Okay, well, that about covers it. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you all soon.